So you want to grow a business or start a business and you don't have any policies and procedures? Oh, you about to learn the hard way. But you could learn from my mistakes. Stay tuned. What's up? This is Vic from Cutz Premium Lawn Care here in Conyers, Georgia. Hoping you guys are cutting on. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I am trying to get at least 2,000 subs up, by the end of this year, and it'll be a whole lot of help if you go ahead and hook a brother up. All right, so what I wanted to talk about today is policies and procedures that must be written down and offered to your workers, because if it's not written down, it's not worth the hill of beans. Some of you are going solo, and I understand it, and some of you are thinking about trying to grow your business. Now, going solo or trying to grow your business, one of the things that you have to understand is, just in case later on in life you want to grow your business, man, you need to go ahead and start implementing things by writing it down. So one of the things that I learned this year is that I need to write things down so my guys don't have any excuses when it comes to things that needs to be done. One of the things that I was discussing is my safety procedures and policies that I have for my business. I've written down a few safety procedures that I have for my business, and believe it or not, do not take this for granted. Write this stuff down, fam, because if you're gonna grow your business, you're gonna have somebody come along, and how about this? You got a friend of yours who's gonna help you out, and he's gonna work for you, and he start working for you, and he does something that you think like, why would you do that? To get himself hurt. Man, go ahead and prevent this stuff and text this stuff to your friend before he comes to your job, get in your truck, grab your equipment, and do something to hurt himself or damaging your belongings. Believe it, it will happen. This happens all the time. And I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened, not my friend, but a family member. Here's one of the situations that happened when it came down to my family member. He did some things that I thought wasn't too bright. But at the same time, I'm gonna take some of the responsibility of it because it is not in writing. There is no procedures, and the thing is, when it's not written down, people are gonna take advantage of you. So one of the things that happened is, believe it or not, a family member of mine got hit by a car. Yes, he's okay. Yes, he's okay. What happened was he went and got something off the box truck. After he grabbed a piece of equipment off the box truck, he saw a car approaching, and as he came out to the street, boom, the car hit him. Good thing the car was going really slow. This is a learning experience for me. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is now I got a new policy, and I'm gonna read this policy. My policy now states that when servicing a client's property, the truck must park on the same side as the property. Do not park directly in front of the property, but park at a distance where you can still see the back of the truck. Two things. Number one, it prevents them from grabbing a piece of equipment and crossing the street. I don't know why I have to do these things, but you should have a policy to help people not get hurt. So that's one of my policies to help not get hurt. Now, I got other ones, believe it or not, and I'm going to share it with you, and especially for you guys. I'm telling you, even if you're going solo, you need to know this just in case you pick somebody up who's going to help you out one day. So the other thing is, I have a policy of you must wear your safety glasses. Man, you will not believe how many times I've been out and see my guys working and they don't have no safety glasses on. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous. So now the consequence has been put in writing that you must, it's not an option, you must wear safety glasses. So I will read it verbatim. It states, safety glasses must be worn when operating or repairing or cleaning any piece of equipment, that's when it must be worn. And it's in writing. It's in writing. On to the next one. How many times you have your guys give you a call and they miss a turn or miss a spot or doing something? One of the things I've noticed that if they're talking in the truck, a lot of times it could be confusing to the driver. So now I have a policy that reads, and this is for the person who sits in the front seat. Front seat passenger must help driver navigate to all properties. So basically, the front seat driver is no longer just chilling, taking a back seat, but helping the driver drive. This is important, man. You won't believe how many times that they can get in the conversation and miss it. Or the person who's driving is looking down at a navigation system and almost get in an accident. This is important to have that passenger be the navigator. It works. The next one is cell phones, cell phones, cell phones. Do you guys let your workers have cell phones? Man, let me tell you something. At one point in time, I thought, it's okay to have a cell phone. It's all right to have a cell phone. But the answer is now, no. No cell phone operation doing work. No cell phone operation while operating anything or piece of equipment, because that stuff gets dangerous, man. One of the things I do know, when you are on the cell phone, it's a distraction and things happen. And I'm going to share one of those things with you in a second. But let me read my policy. So when it comes to my cell phone, this is what it says. The use of cell phones are prohibited during the time you're servicing clients' yards, driving, operating, repairing, or cleaning equipment. Only during breaks are you permitted to use your cell phone or by a crew chief discretion. So that's my written policy. This is the one I'm sending to all my guys so they'll know. No excuses. I send it to you and it's in writing. Now, this has something to do with cell phones, the next one, but I don't know why my workers don't think it's the same thing, because this has something to do with the earbuds, and pretty much they believe they're not using their cell phone when they're listening to music or listening to some talk while they're operating. And let me explain something to you. If you just got earbuds in your ear, nothing, no music, no nothing, you can hear what the lawnmower sounds like. You can hear it with the weed eaters messing up. You might even hear a car approaching. So I had to implement no earbuds, no music in the air. So let me read it. No music or listening to something being played in your ear at any time. Only during your breaks are you allowed to listen to something. Your crew chief is the only one to determine your breaks. Yeah, because anytime you catch somebody doing something they don't supposed to do, they're going to say, I was on break. No, you can't determine breaks. Now, this is something that I'm going to repeat it. Anything worth learning is worth repeating. If you can't repeat your procedures and your guys can't repeat your procedures, they ain't learned nothing. You just yapping. So I put it in writing. That's why I am sharing this with you, fam, so you can understand this stuff needs to be written down. So let me take a little break and tell you my incident. Once again, family member, they was doing some of these things that I'm talking about, and it's kind of lesson learned. Basically, they was on the phone at the time, and they was pumping gas. And if you know anything about pumping gas, you have different type of gas. You got regular gas, you got premium gas, you even have diesel that goes in a diesel truck. And you can't put regular gas in a diesel truck? That happened. Yep, that happened. And it's because they was on the cell phone. They was distracted. And this is what I'm saying. This is how you have to learn these headaches. But there's more. Learn from my mistakes. There's more. So being a family-owned, operated business, sometimes lines are blurred. Let me give you an example of that. Well, sometimes family members are over while another family member is supposed to be working, and you're doing something and you're not paying attention and stuff happens. Let me share that stuff with you. Like, you should have been changing oil in a zero turn, paying attention, taking it out, but you took it out. But guess what, fam? They wind up not putting the oil back in. Yes, they burnt out an engine. Now, I'm sharing this with y'all because with all this stuff going on, you got to take this business serious. And a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Let me give you an example of that. I just gave you one. Someone should have changed oil and put the oil back, but they got distracted because a family member distracted them. And I'm saying kids, you know, small kids, you know, while daddy's working, somebody come in and does something and boom, things happen. So even going solo, sometimes you could be out there working and your spouse call you complaining about something, and man, you should be paying attention, but you're on the phone or you're not doing something and you forget something, and then boom, you're gonna pay for it. I tell my wife all the time, when I was out there cutting that yard, cutting those to service my clients, I can't talk right now. I can't talk right now. I don't know how many of y'all, but men, most men, we are not multitaskers. We need to focus on what we're doing. So women, you know, and, you know, don't interrupt us because it could cost us money if you do that. Now, I have a policy that I implemented, and I'm going to share it. You want to hear it? Here it goes. So there's two. One of them reads, friends or families are not allowed in or on QC properties or equipment without the permission of the owners. That means don't let your family ride the lawnmowers. Don't let your family close the garage and leave stuff unattended where someone can come and break in. And here's the next one. Friends and families are not allowed to be present during operating hours. This include, but not limited to, that's a little attorney slang in that, because you know what, people try to stick you to the letter, but let me go on. This does not include or limited to during the time of maintenance, cleaning, and operating the equipment. Fam, all I'm saying is that you have to take this serious. If you don't, it's gonna cost you money. Right now, I can tell you that we had several self-inflicted gunshot wounds to our business this year that cost us about $6,000 to $7,000 when it shouldn't have to. People ask me about what happened to the stand-on, the Bradley stand-on. I can guarantee you some of the issues that I had with it, it's the same thing. We didn't take it serious. We didn't clean it. We didn't, you know, do all the maintenance that we should. And be honest with you, man, with the clientele and us working and everything, we felt like we didn't have the time. But guess what? Time is money. You're going to pay for it in the end. And we are doing just that. So hopefully this video teaches you that you have to take this business serious. And the only way you're going to take things serious, it has to be written down. Believe me, most of these businesses that we see, they have policies and procedures that's written down. And their guys can't get around it. So I ask that you do the same thing. Take this stuff serious, man. Write this stuff down and hey, learn from my mistakes. And if you got anything that I can learn from your mistake that I didn't put in this video that you think you can share, please put it in the comment section, because your boy is still learning. But hey, keep cutting. Cut on, lawn care family, cut on. And I'm cutting out. Peace.